Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rebel Creatives podcast. I'm your host Delano and I help restaurant owners increase their revenue using the Rebel Growth System. All right, so in this episode, I want to ask a very important question. Are you leaving money on the table for your restaurant? And if so, what could be that number one reason? All right, so 80% of businesses, generate revenue on calls, all right? And it's the same for restaurants. 80% of your calls are persons calling in and ordering food, making reservations and stuff like that. So the question is, are you missing those calls? How much of it and how much revenue are you really leaving on the table when you miss all of those calls? All right. So I did a post on my Facebook, LinkedIn, and stuff like that, where I spoke about some statistics and what's the real impact of missing those calls and how you can handle it. All right. So the thing with missed calls is that it affects your business's reputation. All right, a lot of persons might think reputation is all about getting reviews and displaying those reviews, but reputation has a lot more to do with it. It's also how you interact, engage, and serve your customers. All right, all of those things affect your reputation. Now, you're missing calls, and these are the top reasons why you could be missing your calls. All right, your employees are either overwhelmed with work and you have insufficient staff to handle the overload, which is very common among restaurants right now. They are too busy focusing on other customer service matters, and as a result, they ignore the call. All right. And a quick example is like the person who is answering the phone is handling a staff issue, a staff or a customer issue, making sure that everything is okay. The phone is ringing, they can't handle it right now, so they miss that call. And another reason is prioritizing, digital communications rather than phone calls. You're focusing more on persons who WhatsApp in, who do the orders online or are doing a live chat support or opening a ticket, right? Or you're lacking the right technology to provide the requisite service, which is, answering those calls. And employees are away from their desk, right? So they can't get to answer the phone. Or you're relying on phone technology like voicemail to get the message. So all of these are reasons that you're, the top six reasons for you missing your calls. Now, the next question is, can you really afford to miss those calls? Because when you miss those calls, you're missing potential revenue. And just a quick example, if your restaurant is missing 30 calls each day, and your average ticket size is about $35, right? That is 21,000 in potential revenue for that month that is lost, all right? And if you keep doing things the way you're doing it right now, not addressing how to handle missed calls, that could be $252,000 that you're leaving on the table in a year. What would you do with that extra revenue? If you're able to close even 30%, say you don't close 100%, it's a potential, but even 30%, would that help your business? I think yes. All right. So you need to know the importance of this by tracking. If you're not tracking your calls, seeing how many are coming in, what are the sources of those calls, how much did you actually answer, and those things, you won't have any data to really act on. You're just literally winging it, losing a lot of revenue, and you don't even know about it. All right. Now, if you some other statistics, just to, let you know the importance, is that 85% of calls that you miss, those callers, they won't call back. All right. So 85% won't call you back if you miss that first call. And then 67% of customers will not visit again due to bad service. And remember, missing a call is a form of bad service. All right. Now, if you do not address this problem, what you do stand to lose, or what might happen as a result of these side effects, is that it will create a bad reputation with your customers, right? They start associating you with, oh, they never answer the phone, they don't do good service, right? It decreases your customers lifetime value, right? So if you could get a person to shop in your restaurant, average time is 6 times, in a given year. If you could if you don't, sorry, you know address the missed call issue, missing too many of their calls, now they may shop with you 3 times, maybe 2 times. All right. So these are things that will happen. Another thing is it will generate a negative word of mouth advertising for your business, because people talk and they'll be like, oh, those persons, they never answer the phone. All right. So you don't want that. And it lowers your revenue potential. All right. That revenue that you could have made is now left on the table, and some other business is now claiming that revenue. All right. So, how do you fix this? 2 steps. First, you need to put some form of tracking in place so that you're tracking your calls. All right. You need to know as much data as you can so you can know exactly where is your shortcomings and how much are you needing to fix that. All right. And then once you have your tracking in place, you want to set up a situation where whenever a person calls your business and you miss that call, they immediately get a text message, all right, something to continue the conversation, all right, so you don't leave them hanging. All right. Now, if you're interested in fixing this problem, right, just let me know. You can reach out. You can visit our website, or you can reach out to us directly on Facebook. Just search Rebel Creatives. All right. Or you can visit the website at rebel2creative.com. That's REBELTOCREATIVE.com. All right. Just visit us, book a call, or initiate having a conversation with us. Shoot us an email, and we will set this up for you. All right. We'll give you a test run of it too, so you can see if it makes sense. If this one solution is able to help you to recoup some of those missed calls and lost revenue that your business is experiencing. All right. I hope this episode was helpful. Again, just to summarize, we spoke about missed calls and how you can, you know, stop leaving so much money on the table just by addressing that missed call and giving them a message immediately after they call and it didn't go through, so that you can continue that conversation via text in a more easier way for you to maintain, because you can text multiple people at the same time. All right, but you can't call and talk to multiple people on the phone at the same time. So this is something that is powerful. It really can help you to you know increase your revenue without even doing any marketing ads. These are people who are searching for you, finding you on Google, and interested in what you're offering, and want to take the next step with you. All right. So again, stop missing calls. And if you can't, because that's the thing, it's not about not missing in them. If you do miss them, what happens next? All right. You need to put something in place so that you're not leaving that money on the table. All right. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Rebel Creatives podcast, and can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.